Coming up on This Week in Plymouth, updates on the downtown drainage project, the PRHS move-up night, and a very special planning board meeting. All that and more on This Week in Plymouth. Hello and welcome to This Week in Plymouth, a show where we recap the events from around the town to keep you, the community, informed. I'm your host, Dan Salzer. Starting off this week, the Select Board met this past Monday. The board opened the meeting with a reappointment of Zach Terrell and Bill Bolton as chair and vice chair. Following that, the board received updates from Anna Baer about the bond for the downtown drainage project. It was suggested that the board take up a 10-year bond instead of a 20-year, as it would save the town $500,000.
New business. Anna Baer. $1.8 million bond rate consideration update for South Main Street drainage project.
Okay, so as this indicates, this is just for the $1.8 million bond and has nothing to do with the solar array bond. So we've been running the rates, requesting local towns to provide, local banks, to provide us rates. The rates came in from anywhere from 4.75 to 5.24%. At one point when we originally set this up, we looked at the 10-year loan. It was recommended that maybe we go out 20 years. So we have a couple of options here. The best rates right now are coming in from Woodsville Guarantee Savings Bank, whether it be a 10 or 20-year loan payment. So there's a couple ideas. So the 20-year loan interest is at 5%. Total cost over the loan would be $2.745739 million. We do have the funding already set up in our budget that's coming up for that first payment. The next one is a 10-year loan with the interest rate of 4.75. That project at the end of it would be 2.270672. You have the opportunity of saving about $500,000 if you will keep the payment consistent as to what we budgeted for the current coming year by going with a 10-year loan.
I'll make a motion that we go with the 10-year option that at a fixed rate of 4.75%. Be paid over 10 years, and give town manager Scott Whedon authority to sign any documentation necessary to move this forward.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
After a postponement from last week, the Water and Sewer Commissioners met this past Wednesday evening. Tom McLaughlin was introduced as the new commissioner, and Paul Sansucci was voted the new chairman. And now let's take a look at this weekend's weather with the PSU Meteorology Department.
Saturday at noon is going to be a lot of rain for the majority of the New England region, specifically New Hampshire, and that rain is going to be continuing through your Saturday night, well into your early Sunday morning. This is for Sunday at around 5 a.m. So again, early morning with some possible chance of some snow flurries going into your Sunday morning. So you're gonna wanna be cautious when you're driving on the roads this weekend, driving down I-93. There's gonna be a lot of rain, a lot of slippery roads possible, so definitely wanna be cautious when you're heading down that way. But despite all that rain coming in for your Saturday, temperature is going to be relatively high, up in the mid 50s, as you can see, 54 for Saturday. But that temperature will soon drop for Sunday, only reaching into 35 in the mid 30s. But then it's going to skyrocket back up again for Monday, reaching into the lower 50s once again.
Former Plymouth police officer Detective Sergeant Barry Tanner sadly passed away on March 23rd due to medical complications. A funeral procession was held for Detective Sergeant Tanner this past Thursday afternoon. The procession began at the New Hampton Police Department, making its way through Bristol and downtown Plymouth and concluding at the Owl's Nest Resort in Thornton. Our thoughts and prayers are with the family and the entire law enforcement community as we all mourn his loss. Plymouth Regional High School will host a Move Up Night this upcoming Tuesday, April 4th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Move Up Night gives the upcoming freshman class a chance to tour the school and check out some of the extracurricular activities and clubs that the school has to offer before attending in the fall. Parents will also have a chance to visit the school and be given a special presentation from the principal, Bruce Parsons. The Plymouth Planning Board will be hosting a special community meeting this Thursday, April 6th, in the cafeteria at the elementary school. This meeting will be part of a housing study that is currently being held in the town. It is vital that you attend the meeting as the public, as the board will be asking for your input regarding the housing situation in Plymouth. This past week, I sat down with John Christ from the Planning Board to talk about the housing study in this upcoming episode of Community Connections. For more information, be sure to check out the episode of Community Connections either throughout the week on channel 1302 or on demand on our YouTube channel. You can also find a link to the video on the town website page under the housing study. The Select Board announced its April meeting schedule. The board is currently scheduled to meet on April 10th and April 24th at 5 p.m. in the Town Hall meeting room. A public hearing is scheduled on the 24th at 5:15 for more updates on the downtown drainage project. Be sure to attend either in person or via Zoom to give your input. Looking ahead of the rest of the week's schedules for upcoming meetings, the Elementary School Board will be meeting on Monday, April 3rd. The Pemmy-Baker Regional School Board, Water and Sewer Commissioners, and the Zoning Board are all scheduled to meet on Tuesday, April 4th, and the aforementioned Planning Board meeting on Thursday, April 6th in the cafeteria at the elementary school. Reminder to town folks that Town Hall will be closed on Wednesday, April 19th in order to conduct some sewer line repairs underneath the building. A reminder that Pemmy-Baker TV will be holding an open house today, Saturday, April 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Our studio is located in the lower level in the Pease Library here in Plymouth. Be sure to come on down and check out what it's like to run a TV station and how to put a show on the air. That will end this week's episode. For our executive producer, Jonathan Picard, I'm Dan Salzer. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on This Week in Plymouth.